It would appear that the former royals known as Harry and Meghan really do look at every single aspect of royal life and then wonder perhaps if they could also mirror that particular image. You see, when you think of Harry and Meghan, it's difficult, isn't it, for their agency, particularly Meghan Markle. She doesn't want to feature her children, doesn't really want to feature a family because there isn't any, can't feature his family because he's fallen out with it. So it doesn't really leave them much meat on the bone to try and market somebody who really seems to be like a solo person. You see, really, when you're signed to an agency, they look at all aspects of your life and think, could we do it at home spread, for instance, with your parents? Or, was it a particular hobby that you liked? We don't really know too much about Meghan's life. She's kept everything very close to her chest. And really, the only bit she's revealed are the things that she's been unhappy with, namely about other people whose life she feels has impacted hers. But now her agency feel they've hit upon a warm and kind and nurturing idea. Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. And as ever, thank you so much for joining me. Well, have a wave. Yes, thank you. Nice to see you. Whatever you're doing, do take care of yourselves today. And as ever, let's start the year as we mean to go on, of course, being kind and sweet to each other, whatever that is. I know, the world of politics, which I've just been dealing with, shocking stuff over here. Another election. Of course, you've got a big election looming over in the United States. We're following that one very interestingly. Wow, what a backstory all of that's going to be. Set to be an explosive 2024. Are you looking forward to it? Or have you got sort of voter apathy, as they say? I know what you mean, yes. Now, back as ever to Harry and Meghan. Interesting this, because as we know, the wonderful Duchess of now, it's a lovely story, this, because as we know, the Duchess of York has very graciously and kindly taken upon the care of the late monarch's corgis. And, you can see they're thriving, doing incredibly well. And she obviously loves the dogs, as so many royals do. We know they're animal lovers for sure. None more so than the Queen, who got her very first corgi, all thanks to her father, the King. Now, what's interesting is, it looks like Harry and Meghan's team have hit upon an idea because, as we told you recently, the Duchess of York turned down a $1 million+ deal for their corgis to appear in a certain TV ad for a dog food. She wouldn't be allowed, and more importantly, she wouldn't want to offend. But Harry and Meghan, you see, in their agency, because they have 3 dogs themselves, rescue dogs also, they feel that this would be a warm and fuzzy sort of thing to include the dogs more. Now, we've seen Prince Harry out and about with, of course, walking the dogs. Never really seen too much of Meghan Markle, other than this rather ropey, strange picture of when she was caught with the paparazzi out with child. Remember that one? Weird, don't you think? But now, as I say, they're looking at opportunities because this would soften the image up. Meghan used her dog previously on her vlog posts in the TIG, etc. And now, as I say, perhaps inspired by the Duchess of York and just how well her pictures online have gone down, her agency, and as ever we have to say allegedly, are hoping that Meghan finally might relent on letting someone see inside her family setup. Only the dogs, though, not the children. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.